Hey everyone, KitaSean here. So with the year of 2024 coming to an end, it is that time of the year. We're going to be releasing the annual video of the top 10 servants released in 2024 for Fate Grand Order. Of course, this is focusing on servants that were released in the JP version of Fate Grand Order for 2024. I of course plan to release the video for servants you need to roll for in 2025 for the global players. Look forward to that. I do want to remind everyone that this list is my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section below of your top 10 servants of the year. But without any further ado, let's get started. Starting off the list is going to be Marie Antoinette Alter Avenger. Many of you might think I put her on this list because she is my Oshi waifu. Yeah, that's kind of true, but I also acknowledge how strong she is. Her first skill allows her to gain lots of MP on attack and being attack. She can also inflict curse that does up to 5,000 damage and can even do 30% more damage with her attacks after she inflicts them with curse. She can also protect herself while giving the party heals and guts. Her art's Noble Phantasm inflicts more curse, which synergies very well with her skills. It is also very easy to use her Noble Phantasm multiple times. The issue I have with her is that she can't give herself guts to protect herself even more, and it's also possible that the curse that she inflicts can be repelled, meaning she won't be able to do the extra damage with it. At number 9 we have Kazuradrop, a very solid quick alter ego servant. She has many debuffs from stun, MP gauge reduction, defense down, attack down, quick resistance down, and critical damage resistance. She has a unique ability that allows her to change her class for decent firepower, has a 50% MP battery which can also allow her to additionally gain up to another 50% MP gauge, and a skill cooldown by 1 if there is Sakura series on the field. She has pretty good damage output and can also be used as a quick support as well. Unfortunately, she isn't the type of servant you will take everywhere, but again, very solid. At number 8 we have Kuonji Alice, a limited 5-star quick AoE caster. She has a very strong Noble Phantasm that can deal extra damage to both human and man attributed enemies, which there are a lot of them in this game. She has a lot of skills that can countermeasure for challenge quests, effects such as ignore evasion, reduce critical attack chance, stun, inflict terror. She also has an amazing passive that allows her to grant herself guts for 5 times and heal. Has multiple MP charge skills and is very easy to loop. Her third skill is unique with the Robin counter, but it doesn't really help out, so it's a bit awkward in a way. But Alice, definitely a must roll if you guys are looking forward to her in the global version or whenever she comes back in the JP version. At number 7 we have Tutankhamun or King Tut. Tutankhamun is a very strong 5-star archer that has 3 MP batteries that can give him 80% MP. If you have his pen skill leveled up, it's 100%. One of those batteries does give 20% to the party as well, and he can buff their MP damage, which is actually really nice for setups. His Noble Phantasm shines because he can deal massive damage to demonic enemies and inflict curse, and also has a 100% chance to insta-kill himself. The issue is that he has a 500% chance to sacrifice himself, but he can survive with his guts from the third skill. So he's basically a 5-star Arash but single target. Honestly, it might be a bit hard to use him in challenge quests, but this can definitely create unique party comps and order change. At number 6 we have the very first servant to release for the year 2024, and that is 5-star Saber Yamato Takeru, an arts type saber who can do massive damage to divinity and demonic enemies and increase MP, critical, and arts damage, plus brings down Art's defense before his MP hits. The one thing unique about him is that his first skill, which allows him to gain MP when an ally dies, which most likely won't happen as much unless you go to challenge quests, unless you bring Tutankhamun or maybe Arash, you know, someone that can sacrifice themselves. He's a very simple art saber that produces good damage. I could have placed him a little higher on this list, but the numbers just don't lie. At number 5, we have our only 4-star servant on the list, and not only that, he is a servant that is a welfare. Shizuki Sojuro. He is the very first servant to have something called damage cut penetration, which is a very strong effect. He also has invincible penetration and can do more damage when enemies have some kind of defense up. He has the ability to double his MP gauge, which is pretty insane. He is a berserker that can do tons of damage and has a chance to sacrifice himself after using his noble phantasm. Of course, he can survive if you give him guts, but this opens up opportunities to create unique party setups and order change. At number 4, this will be a surprise pick. She has definitely fallen under the radar, which is unfortunate, but there have been many amazing servants this year, especially collabs, that they kind of overshadow her, but she is a collab servant herself, and she is 5-star Avenger Ushi Gozen. She is a very strong quick critical attacker who can also balance with her single buster card, if only she had 2 buster cards. She does more damage to both demonic and earth attributed enemies, which there are a lot in FGO. She has a 50% battery and a 30% MP damage up, and her MP can reduce enemy critical attack and has the chance to stun the enemy after the hit. The issue I have with Ushi Gozen is that she is not consistent as a looper, and her command card deck is a bit wonky. I was honestly not expecting to put this servant high on this list. Heck, I didn't even think they would join FGO. So at number 3, we have Hibiki and Chikagi, also known as Azumi no Isora, a super easy to use quick type alter ego servant, able to increase both quick and buster cards along with MP generation, which allows them to loop, can protect self, basically has a 50% MP battery, 30% to self and 20% to the party, has the ability to inflict defense down, quick cards, and do critical damage with her buster cards. Also, when she is on a water side field, which she can also produce with her 3rd skill, she will be able to gain 20% MP generation up before her MP hits, remove all defense buffs before hit, and do more damage to chaotic enemies, which there are quite a bit in FGO. I put them ahead of Ushi Gozen due to their command card deck having 2 quick and 2 busters. It's more consistent, plus it's really easy to loop with them, and they are really easy to use. The only issue I have with them is that they aren't that unique. Other servants basically can do their job. At number 2, we have another pick that many of you guys might disagree with, but I truly believe that the number 1 servant is by far better. At number 2, we have C.I.E.L. This collab character from the summer event was my number 1 ever since she was released, but that all changed with newer servants coming out after her. C.I.E.L is no question a very strong servant. She is a buster type servant who can gain MP every 5 turns, heal, protect herself from debuffs. She can also buff her arts and buster cards, which she can apply effects on them, such as her arts cards apply debuffs such as reducing MP gauge, removing gut, reduce healing, and then her buster can increase her MP gain and critical damage up depending on where her HP is at. She also has the ability to control the command cards, 50% MP battery, defense up, and just more healing. Her MP is a single target buster that ignores defense and evade, 100% chance to kill enemies, deals 150% extra damage to demonic enemies, and can charge her MP by 20%. C.I.E.L is the perfect servant to bring to boss fights and also those 90+ nodes as well. As stated, she is able to control the command card deck to attack, so you don't have to rely on RNG. She's actually able to loop with the right setup, and her skills by themselves already prep her for the next MP setup. For her MP to be able to ignore evasion and defense, and on top of that do more damage to demonic enemies, which again there are a lot of them in FGO, is huge. I do wish in the future they give her some kind of attack buff for not only herself but the party. Before revealing the number 1 servant, I have 3 honorable mentions. Space Erishkigal or Beast Erishkigal, Bibi Dubai, and Summer Juhu. Many of you might argue that Space Urshigil deserves to be in the top 10. Her skills are cracked, they're broken, but the issue with her is that she needs to set up the affection gauge in order to get additional effects on her Noble Phantasm, and even at level 10, her Noble Phantasm hits like a wet noodle. If her MP did more damage, I might have put her on this list, but I do believe Lasango should fix that in the future. The number one servant that was released in 2024 is the last servant to ever be released of the year, and that is Louhi. Louhi is the quick berserker that we have all been waiting for. She can increase the damage on her quick and buster card, she can protect herself, has a stun, remove defensive buff, inflict debuffs, have the 80% MP battery, which is basically 100% if you have the append skill leveled up to max, and she has the ability to reduce critical damage. And I mean, just her MP is crazy. AoE quick, which is obviously a looping MP. She gets MP generation rate for 20% to herself and the party. The self activates before the damage, inflicts burn, and has an overcharge that allows her to do more damage for 3 turns. She's not only a great looper, she's also an excellent support and great against boss and challenge quests. As I mentioned, she is a berserker class, which in my opinion is the strongest class in the game and has a strong advantage against most classes. Super easy to use. The only issue is that she has no crit buff, but honestly that's not an issue when you have supports that can provide that. Oh, by the way, she's permanent as well, so if you miss out on her on this rate up, don't worry too much. She has a chance to randomly join your Chaldea. That's also kind of the reason why I put her at number 1. She's permanent, and again, you'll be able to randomly get her as you keep rolling the gacha for other limited servants. So yeah, that is my top 10. So again, that is my top 10. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree with me. Maybe change some spots here and there, maybe add on another servant onto this list. I mean, yeah, I didn't put Alco on this list. I do think that the setup for Alco is kind of what's hurting her, but I do really like using Alco. She's a very fun servant to use, but I just want to throw that out there. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and then also let me know your top 10 servants in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.